Your dancing skills we finally got to know in the music video. You're really like having fun over there.
We were doing what we felt naturally comfortable doing.
When the video was over, Karina was getting married.
Yeah, that's a wedding gift to Karina, I believe.
So yes, so we said, why don't we, dedicate this video?
You made the Sulaiman merchant dance for the entire world for the very first time.
Well, he did it himself.
Nobody was telling anybody what to do.
Yeah, we were just celebrating ourselves.
You had the DJ moves as well. Ishq wala love. आप सुने उसको, आप romance से पढ़ना ही है आपको उसको सुनने के बाद.
While I was singing it, I could feel it that this is going to be a hit. Ungli is a very strong subject. And believe me, guys, this is going to move the nation.
Subhashji, I think, is very excited about working with you guys.
This is the first time that we are working with Subhashji.
Hi, this is Salim.
Hi, this is Sulaiman.
And you're watching Bollywood Hungama.
Keep watching.
The music video of Tujh Pe Fida from Heroine is doing the rounds right now. We've always already seen the talent of Salim Merchant on camera, and for the very first time we are seeing Sulaiman Merchant grooving on the top of a yacht in Goa, and we'll just talk about more of that. Pleasure having you back on Bollywood Hungama.
Thank you.
So more about that, your dancing skills we finally got to know in the music video. You're really like having fun over there.
Yes, it was one of those videos where it was a collective effort, and therefore the song is also called Tujh Pe Fida, the collective mix.
Right.
And we were doing what we felt naturally comfortable doing, and really that's all. It comes out. You can see that we are having fun. We were all enjoying ourselves. It was something that we really enjoyed doing, and I believe that it's caught up really well, and it's shot really well, and we spent a lot of time editing it and making sure that it looks nice.
It's directed by you guys primarily.
Not really.
You have directed it?
It's directed by Ashish Narula. It was really, the story of this is quite interesting. We were sitting in the studio, and I said, yeah, Sulaiman, we should shoot this video because itni requests are here, fans ki, and everybody is like, so crazy about Tujh Pe Fida. And this was unfortunately one song which didn't get marketed. There was no need of the song in the movie, so it was left alone. Usko bahut hi, we didn't give it the right justice which it required. So we were just sitting in the studio in the afternoon, and we said, like, why don't we just just take off to Goa for a day and shoot the video. And so we called our friend Ashish, and he was here, and I said, but Salim, what about the story? And I said, you know what, there are 4 of us, myself, Sulaiman, Benny Dayal and Shraddha Pandit,
the singers.
Yeah. I said, why don't we just take a trip to Goa and shoot the video as if we are just on a holiday.
We went there, we started shooting. We were lucky to get great places that we could shoot.
Yeah, dear friends of ours, they own the Casino Royale.
On
the boat.
On the sea, in fact.
On the
We've
boat.
been to that Casino Royale.
On the big boat, yeah. So we just, took a favor from them, and so we shot the entire video there.
And you made the Sulaiman Merchant dance for the entire world for the very first time.
Well, he did it himself, and he made us all do whatever.
Nobody was telling anybody what to do.
Yeah. We were just celebrating ourselves.
Ashish said, listen, whatever you're comfortable doing, just go ahead and do. I have rhythm in me.
Absolutely.
थोड़ा सा dance कर लेता हूँ मैं कभी-कभी.
Absolutely. And you had the DJ moves as well.
That's really, see, the song, when we make a song, we have a certain, we feel a certain way.
Absolutely.
Especially a song like Tujh Pe Fida. When we were creating it, we felt a certain way. And each time we listen to the song, we have this amazing energy which runs in us when we hear the song. So we celebrate it. And that's what we did in the video. That's exactly what it is. And when the video was over, Karina was getting married.
Yeah, that's a wedding gift to Karina, I believe.
So yes, so we said, why don't we, dedicate this video to her, because she had a very soft, very small function. Like, I don't think it was for everybody. It was just for a small family thing, and it was just for close friends and family. I think the world should celebrate this big event. She got married, and she's our heroine, from the movie Heroine. And,
absolutely.
I said we have to tribute and give her dedication to her.
She's seen it? What's the reaction like?
I'm sure she's seen it, and we haven't had a chance to talk to her, but I'm sure she's loved it.
How's been the response to heroine music so far? Because I think you guys perform a lot, and I think you're going to Dubai today, and you'll be performing Tujh Pe Fida over there. I'm sure about that. Many a times, I think you've spoken about that in the past as well. That the songs grow with the passage of time because of the way it's performed on live shows and even television. Apart from that,
see, what we do is whenever we perform songs, it's very different from what you hear on, let's say, a CD or what you see on Bollywood Hungama. The representation of that song is completely different when we are doing it live. It's a great way of letting people hear a different story, a different side of the song. Sometimes it's, you know, songs like Tujh Mein Rab Dikhta Hai especially. We do them the way we had actually envisioned it, as contrary to what has actually come out, because obviously the film had a certain amount of requirement. It required a certain style of music production. Pretty much all the songs that we do, we try and change the songs a little bit so that when people hear it on stage, hear Salim singing or us performing it, it's like, oh, this is a completely different take to the song that we've heard. It does let the song live a little more, breathe a little more. We keep our music alive through our performances.
What do you think of Ishq Wala Love, Salim-Sulaiman? I think Salim Merchant's, I think beautiful song, and I think
yes.
आप सुने उसको, आप romance से पढ़ना ही है आपको उसको सुनने के बाद. You know, it's a beautiful song.
I've been very fortunate that you know people have actually looked at me as a singer apart from a composer with Sulaiman. You know, when Vishal and Shekhar called up and Karan called me also, and he was like, you know, we really want you to sing this song. I was like, okay, sure. And I told Vishal very straightforward that, listen, I'm going to do my best. And I loved the melody.
It's a beautiful song.
But I told him, like, you know, if you think that there is, you know, it requires anything else or whatever, let me know, or, you know, be easy. If you don't think, I'll give it a shot. And but while I was singing it, I could feel it that this is going to be a hit.
Now you're doing Ungli for Karan Johar.
Yes,
that is Renzel de Silva's films. You had a meeting with him day before yesterday.
News does travel very fast. Well, we actually met him
yesterday. You had tweeted about it.
Yes, we met him yesterday, and we were going through the various song situations in the film. So it's work in progress. We've started working on it. It's nowhere near completion, but it's an exciting script. I feel there's a lot of potential that we can work with.
Well, just to tell you a little bit about Renzel, that he was actually the writer of Rang De Basanti.
Right.
And then he directed Qurban. You know, very fortunate that we worked on Qurban because, you know, the movie had some incredible songs.
Absolutely.
And the way it turned out was really fantastic. And then this film is very, very, very special. Like, Ungli is a very strong subject. And believe me, guys, this is going to move the nation. And it's a film with a big message. You know, we are so inspired at the moment making the music of Ungli. I cannot, because the story is so powerful.
In a way, it's also an Imran Hashmi film, and Imran Hashmi is very lucky with his music. एक चीज Imran Hashmi के साथ में associated है, Sufi songs होना चाहिए. You know, and you guys specialize in that, so I think it's an ideal combination.
I think
and
it's
in
a
fact, but I think Imran is a bit unlucky with the last two of his films. In terms of Ras 3 and Rush, that maybe the music has not worked, but he is extremely, his music tends to be extremely, extremely good. So in a way, people will be expecting much more from his music as far as when you guys
Okay, Faridun, you can stop adding pressure to all.
I'll tell you one thing, I'll tell you, the film actually, I'll tell you one thing, the film actually doesn't have too much of a lip sync kind of songs, but I think a lot of it is changing now because Karan is very strong about having 2 or 3 really big songs which are kind of lip sync in the movie. So we are still working on it. We had our first meeting yesterday. It's very, very preliminary to say anything about it.
Even I think Subhash Ghai is very excited about Kanchi. You guys, I think, are doing a few songs for that as well.
That's right.
And you guys have already recorded a few?
We've just started work on it. So yeah, I mean, it's
because Subhash Ji, I think, is very excited about working with you guys. So
this is the first time that we are working with Subhash Ji, and although we've produced songs for him before, but this is the first time that he's wanted us singularly as composers. You know, he came and said, you know, I've listened to you guys, I've admired your music, I want you guys on board on this film. He's a genius.
When it comes to music, he has a big understanding.
He's very, very particular and
I think
very
you know,
style.
what's really nice about him is that he's changed for the times. You know, he worked with LP, and then he of course worked with Rahman and you know, Annu Malik.
Even Annu Malik, I think Yadein was a very good music
Nadeem
score.
Shravan on Pardesh. So he's worked with a lot of composers, but he's moved with time as times have changed.
Finally, you guys have worked with the banner of Yash Chopra, and he's recently passed away. Something about your memories of Yash Chopra, the finest music tracks of his movies that you think?
You know, it's very sad that he's passed away. We are going to miss him, and we were there for the premiere of his film, and I could feel him in the studio. We were in the studio, and I've seen him walk in the studio, in the garden, and I remember very clearly when we started Rab Ne Bana Di Jodi, we were sitting, we had just started working on the film, and he walked inside the studio and sat down, and so we were a little, you know, I don't know, not scared but a little awkward, and he came in and said, you know, when I do my films, Adi is my AD always, and so this is Adi's film, I'm going to be his AD, and I'm going to be around, so you know, don't mind me, but I'm going to be here and I'm going to sit. And you know, the way he said it, he was so humble and always smiling and always a kind man, and it's kind of uncanny that he's not there anymore.
He's you know, I think a visionary in terms of, you know, very few people actually think about building a studio. You can think about a corporate house, you can think about a big company doing this, but you know, one man having a vision of having his own studio and having such a massive setup which the world listens to and watches it and feels like, wow, this is something which we need to do. We need to make this. So he is really a visionary, I feel. And you know, one thing I remember during Rab Ne Bana Di Jodi, when we were making this soundtrack of it, he was sitting with us, and you know, he said, like, you know, the Golden Temple, you know, in Amritsar is a very important thing in this film. Film में इसका बहुत ही importance है, और मैं चाहता हूँ कि आप बहुत सारे शब्द सुने. So I said, okay, fine. We had a listening session. I remember that very well, and we called some you know, people who do kirtan and who do shabads from you know, the religious people who came from a Gurudwara. And we had a long session in the studio where we heard music and they played, and we recorded some kirtans and some shabads, and it was such a spiritual and uplifting feeling. I think I'm really fortunate along with Sulaiman that we've spent real quality time when it comes to sharing music and spiritual experience with Yash Chopra ji, and that's something which I'll cherish all my life.
Great. Your favorite Yash Chopra song in terms of any of his movies?
My favorite Yash Chopra song is Ye Kahan Aa Gaye Hum Yun Hi Saath Saath Chalte from Silsila.
Great, fantastic. You want to add to it?
The most memorable song for me would be Rang Barse, because you know, the way he's played with the whole situation in terms of the couples, and it was just the story, the way he's played with it. It's amazing.
Fantastic. All right, so we really hope that you guys have fun in the way with your show, and looking forward to all your future ventures. And thank you very much for being on Bollywood Hungama once again.
Thank you, Faridun. Take care.
That's all from Bollywood Hungama. Keep on watching.